Just 6 months ago at age 36, I retired. I ended my career and walked away from my corporate job for good. And the number one thing everyone wants to know is how? How could I possibly be in a position to retire when I'm only in my mid-30s? I was only in the workforce for a total of 13 years. And the answer is I achieved financial independence through my property investing journey. And I'm not sharing this to brag, but to show you how I did it so you can do it too. And the best part is, it's way more achievable than you might think. My name is Brett and I'm launching this YouTube channel called FIRE Property, which is an acronym for Financial Independence Through Real Estate, to help you achieve financial independence through real estate. Clever, huh? So I recently found out that I'm in the top 1% of Australian property investors because I own over 6 properties, which might sound impressive, but in reality, it's not the number of properties you own that's important, it's what they're worth. My portfolio is worth millions and is growing by multiple 6 figures every year, and it provides me a passive income equivalent to a high-paying corporate job. That's what financial independence looks like, and that's the reason I don't need to work anymore. My friends and family who have followed my journey and seen my results have been asking for my guidance and expertise to help them with their journey. I remember how challenging it was when I started, and I wish for someone experienced and trustworthy to show me the way. During my journey, I invested in books, attended seminars, and paid tens of thousands of dollars for coaching and consultation, only to be disappointed time and time again. As a matter of fact, my worst performing properties came from these so-called property experts. And this is the reason I've decided to share my journey and make these videos. Because you might be in a similar situation where you're struggling to find experienced and trustworthy guidance. And it genuinely concerns me because with the right support, this journey is actually very achievable and the results are life-changing. As I became more experienced, I realized there is no one-size-fits-all approach to property investing. And this is where the experts often failed me because they didn't take into account my circumstances or needs. They just wanted me to buy whatever product or service they were selling, and they didn't seem to care whether it was right for me or not. I didn't know it at the time, but the Australian Financial Services regulation that protects consumers from bad investment advice by ensuring you're only presented with recommendations that suit your needs does not apply to real estate. And this is the reason you see so many conflicting opinions from all these so-called property experts, where some say only buy new houses and others say only buy established houses, or only buy in regional areas, or only buy in capital cities, or only cash flow positive. Whatever it is, because that's what they're trying to flog off, and they don't need to tell you that it doesn't meet your needs. So you can imagine how many people this trips up. What's actually right for you depends on your current situation and goals. But property investing at its core is a game of finance and operations. So at certain times I needed growth, and other times I needed cash flow, which means different type of properties at different times. Each property was chosen to meet a specific financial requirement, just to get me one step closer to my goal. Once you have the investment property, you've then got to manage it properly to keep moving forward. And I don't just mean keep it tenanted, I mean looking at anything that has a bearing on the yield, growth, or cash flow, and implement things to make ownership more efficient. I found expert advice in this space to be really limited. So when I was starting out, I was unaware that I needed to be across things like how to appoint a good property manager, how to choose the right tenant, and how to set the rent, what terms to negotiate in the lease, how to mitigate risks through insurance, condition reports, and preventative maintenance, when should maintenance even be carried out, how to minimize maintenance expenses and other expenses like insurance, utilities, and agent fees, how to leverage the property to maximize my tax position, and when to increase the property's value through renovations and development. Honestly, far too much to dive into during an intro video, but things I intend to cover off on this channel. Even when I started doing all of these things, I didn't know what good looked like until I had multiple properties to compare against each other. There was nobody to help me, and those who were experienced were simply not willing to share this sort of detail. So it was only over time and multiple purchases that I worked out how to optimize all aspects of my property portfolio to maximize its growth and minimize my time and headaches. And I think these are the 2 major reasons why most investors simply don't get past one property, because either they've bought the wrong property or they've not managed it properly. Either of those 2 things will stop you from being able to move forward. As I progressed on my journey, I learned through experience what works and what doesn't, and developed a practical system for property investing that was more holistic and capable than what's out there. And its flexibility allowed me to continue moving forward even when my goals or circumstances changed, because life happens. And it guided me through every step of the journey, from setting goals and a plan to making my next purchase and managing and optimizing my portfolio, all at a pace I was comfortable with. And ultimately, it got me to financial independence in a pretty quick time frame. I'm now using that same system to help my friends and family family who all have different goals and are at various stages of their journeys. Some are beginners and want guidance on what's achievable and where to start. Others require assistance with setting a goal and a strategic plan to achieve it. Some are weighing up what to purchase and whether it actually meets their needs. Others already have a property, either an investment or their home or multiple, and they want to know all the ways to optimize it and what their next step should be so they can move forward too. I've been in all those positions throughout my investing journey, which is why my experience and system is working well for them too. So no matter where you are on your path to financial independence, I'm really excited to share my journey and experiences to help you get one step closer to your goals. And this is where you come in. I've set a goal this financial year to help 1,000 people get one step closer to financial independence through these videos. So please let me know whether you find this valuable with a like or a dislike. And if there's something you'd like me to cover off, please leave a comment. And if you know someone who is interested in this, please share it with them. So, are you ready to embark on your journey towards financial independence? If so, this next video is really going to help you out. I'm Brett, and this is Fire Property. Thanks for watching.